and he's trying to squeeze his bicep into his shoulder. His bicep actually originates up here in his delt, shape of the bicep. This exercise here is what creates the thickness of the arm. It's going to consume 10,000 calories. It might be 3 burgers, pizza, ice cream.
Alright, what's up guys? So I just got to Atomic Gym and training with Nath again this morning. The big man is 52 days out from the Arnold's. Doing the cardio, feeling depleted, but pushing through. Just getting... Anyway, so we're going to be doing an arm session today. Do a little bit more bicep focused work because the last 2 arm sessions that we did a little bit more tricep work. So we started with the tris and then just finished with a little bit of bis. So we're going to see, I'm going to do a little bit of a warm up, then we'll see what he's got in store for me. But anyway, we'll run you through it. Make sure you follow along. I'll put the workout in the description below and make sure you like and comment on this video.
First exercise today, biceps. We're using the Pre-Core USA machine. There's a lot of different preacher machines out there. I like to choose this one because I feel the eccentric phase on the way down has a deeper stretch. And when we contract, because the machine itself is running along a rope like this, the contraction's a lot nicer. A lot of the machines run along different things. This is a good one. We're going to get a full stretch all the way down. We're going to squeeze hard at the top. We're not going to do anything too crazy today. We're just going to start like that. Okay, so we're going to use progressive overload for the first exercise. Like I said before, Eddie's going to do a full stretch all the way down. We're going to grab the contraction from the bottom. A lot of the time he will just swing the weight up and down. What Eddie's doing right here is he's making sure that from the bottom of the motion, he's actually grabbing the contraction with his bicep, not just throwing it up. And he's trying to squeeze his bicep into his shoulder. His bicep actually originates up here in his delt, and it inserts right down to his forearm here. So a lot of the time you guys are going to get forearm pain here. Usually that's okay, that's where the bicep inserts into. So squeeze the bicep right up into the shoulder. His elbows slightly come off the pad. And we're going to use progressive overload, meaning every single set we're going to go a little bit heavier. We're going to find his max for about 10 reps, and then we'll do a drop set all the way back down the same way we went back. Eddie's 4th working set now. Progressive overload is extremely important. If you don't lift a heavier weight, the muscle's not going to get any bigger. Now, as long as you guys are leaving the weight on the way down, as the eccentric phase from that moment right there on the way down is the most anabolic phase. That's where you guys are tearing the most amount of muscle fibers. That's where you guys are growing the most. So as long as you're emphasizing the eccentric right there, and from the bottom of the motion right down, right there, you grab the contraction of the bicep and you're squeezing up as much as you can. A few force reps is better than stopping and getting nothing out. All right, 2 more, Eddie, let's go. 1, 2, beautiful. All right, we're gonna get one heavier. Looking pretty good. So Eddie came back from Dubai last week, was it, Eddie? Yeah, bro. He flew in and came straight to the gym.
That's it.
And I reckon he's tightened up a lot this week. Pretty impressive. Check out that delt.
Just fish every meal.
That's it, really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Fish and rice, fish and greens for like at least the first 3 or 4 days, and then I moved it over to chicken breast.
Yeah.
But no cheat meals.
Yeah, okay, that's where I struggle. I'm in prep, I shouldn't be struggling with that. Actually,
let's discussion. Tell them about what you do for cheat meals.
Yeah, so essentially when I start a prep, I usually start the mental aspect of the prep about 24 weeks out from show. So I don't really start dieting. I just start mentally going, okay, I'm about to start prepping for a show. Let's get my mind ready for it. Because bodybuilding more than anything is a mental game. You can have all the tools in the world necessary. You can train as hard as you possibly can. But if your mentally not in the game, you're not going to be able to get through a prep and nail it. So for me, the hardest part of a prep is sticking to a diet. So what I do is I mentally prepare myself from 24 weeks out, start cutting my cheat meals out about from 20 weeks out, and I diet really hard. While my cortisol levels are low, from around about 20 weeks out, when I've still got 5 months till show and I'm stressed about getting on stage, I diet extremely hard. I go from, and not many people do this, but I reckon I go from about 7,000 to 8,000 calories a day, maybe to 3,000 calories like that. And I'll just kind of, for the first 4 weeks, I'll kill myself with cardio, I'll kill myself with training, and I'll have no cheat meals. So from week 20 to week 16, there's no cheat meals at all. And then what I do from there on is I keep my calories nice and low, I get flat, I get depleted, I look like shit, but I keep a big baggy shirt on. Now, when I get close to the show, right now we're what, 7 weeks and 3 days and 8 hours out from show. I increased my calories. So this week I actually increased my calories. Last week I was having fish pretty much every single meal, going super hard with the cardio and training twice a day, cardio twice a day. And this week I feel like my condition is almost there. No, I'm not going to show you. I feel like my condition is almost there, so I've actually increased my calories this week by about 600 calories. I completely cut fish out of my diet, and I put in just chicken. I put in a moose meal at night, and eggs in the morning. I've cut my red meat for a while as well, just so my body can have a break from that, for digestibility. And then over the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to see how my body goes like this. Now, I also have pretty crazy cheat meals. So once a week on a Sunday or a Saturday, whatever day I decide to do it, I'll have about 3,000 calories, give or take, throughout a day from Monday throughout the week. And then on the weekend for one night, I'll go out and I reckon I'll consume 10,000 calories. It might be 3 burgers, pizza, ice cream, gnocchi, man, everything you can think of. I'm talking stomach is out here. And because I diet so hard throughout the week, I wake up the next day and I'm relatively still lean. I might gain at most half a kilo to a kilo. I spend the next day post cheat meal, no carbohydrates, just a fat state, to deplete myself from carbohydrates, get my body back to regular, and then 2 days later, my body's back to normal, and then I've got a 7-day goal. This is the thing. People try and grasp a 20-week prep and they go, fuck me, this is 20 weeks. I've got to be stage ready from this to shredded in 20 weeks time. How the hell am I going to do that? It's very, very mentally hard to grasp the fact that you need to be shredded in 20 weeks time. Your goal is in 5 months time. So instead of having a goal, a 5-month goal, have a week by week goal and go, okay, if you kill yourself this week and do X amount of cardio, an X amount of training, an X amount of A, B, C, and D, which you know that system's going to make you lean in 20 weeks, in 7 days time, in 6 days time, in 5 days time, in 4 days time. That is where your goal is, and what keeps me sane every single week, which keeps me on track, which makes me get into great shape every single year, and I'm known for my condition, is every single 7 days I have a crazy cheat meal. Now it sounds crazy, but it really keeps you on track throughout the week. You can diet harder, you can do more cardio, you can train harder, because you know that cheat meal's around the corner. Alright, Eddie's cold, we better go out to training. It's my life.
No, that was a very good explanation, and I think that's very important for people to realise, is that you need to have that sort of balance when you're doing a prep, otherwise you will go crazy. If you go 20 weeks without a cheat meal and you don't know your body and you're just slaying yourself, doing cardio every day, you're eating fish and greens, you will go crazy. So having that balance and that refeed and that reset, even if it's not every week, even if it's every couple of weeks or whatever, you need some sort of reset so that you can continue going through the prep and staying motivated. Otherwise you'll lose all motivation, you'll hate life, and you won't get to the end of it. It's as simple as that.
And find what you guys really enjoy. This is what I do, and this is just me personally. Eddie's going to do a set while I finish this. This is what I do personally throughout my preps. What I do is on a Saturday night, what I do is I finish work early at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that, depending on what my clients can and can't do. I'll go to the barber. I like to have my head shaved. I shave my hair off and I get my beard cut nice and straight, do a cutthroat. Now me personally, that's what makes me feel good. I go home, I have a shower, I shave my arms, shave my body, I make myself feel good. I do what's required for me to feel good about myself. I put some nice clothes on, something out of gym clothes, something that I wouldn't usually wear throughout the week. Something that makes me feel a little bit different, something that makes me feel good. I go to a nice restaurant, one of my favorite spots, whether it be Rococo, whether it be, you know, Cronides or Meat and Wanka, or somewhere which I can sit down for a couple of hours, enjoy an entree, and man, you know what, even a glass of wine. Probably cut the alcohol at least, you know, 6 to 7, 8 weeks out mark, if you can. But find what you guys really, really enjoy. Go out, forget bodybuilding, forget all external expectations, forget everything. And for one night, relax and go, you know what, this is a 100% guilt-free cheat. And just listen to your body. You know, you might go out and one weekend eat a little more than usual and you wake up the next day and you go, fuck, I've gained 3 kilos this week, shit. Okay, obviously next week I can't have that fried Nutella cookie with homemade brownies and extra ice cream times 4. So go, okay, just have one, you know. Work out what you can do and work out what you can't do, right? And then just work with that. And year after year after year, don't try and take 2 years off a show and build yourself nonsense and come back bigger and better. You guys want to be a better bodybuilder, all I can say for me, what I recommend, unless you're doing what Eddie's doing and you're trying to build a very, very successful business, which is what he has done, is if your primary goal is bodybuilding and getting your body where you want to get it to, you guys got to compete every single year. The more you compete, the better you do. And let me tell you, Eddie's done like 22 shows, so He knows all about that. All right, back to training. All right, well, it's the second exercise right now. We've got a superset. We just finished a massive drop set on the bridge curl machine. Now what he's doing here is he's stretching his arm straight from the bottom, bringing his elbow forward, squeezing his bicep into his shoulder. And as you can see right there, he's kind of leaving the straight bar out in front of him. Like here, that just applies massive tension to the bicep. And it really emphasizes the eccentric phase where we're growing right there. Beautiful. We should rep out. 2 more, Eddy. 1. Lever it down. Last one. Fuck, Eddy's looking massive today. 2. Alright, put the weight down. We're going to do a superset here with a few hammer curls.
Good time, yeah?
Yep, same time, same sort of thing. Elbows coming forward a little bit. Good. Now this works the brachialis, which is the middle part of the bicep right through here. It creates thickness. The top end of the bicep here is what creates the peak, the shape of the bicep. This exercise here is what creates the thickness of the arm. Don't leave this one out, guys. It's great to do for a superset. You can kind of throw the weight around a little bit, as the brachialis is a very, very active muscle. Good. I'm just going to rep that one out until we're done. I'm going to give you guys a tip when training biceps. Now, a lot of the time what I see with people is they try and cheat the exercise without even knowing, by shortening the range of motion. When they do a bicep curl, instead of bringing their elbow forward to contract the full entire head of the bicep, they bring their elbow backwards on the way up and they shorten the range of motion. And what that does, that's going to activate brachialis, because brachialis is by far the strongest part of the bicep, and it activates a lot easier than your bicep. So you guys are trying to create the bicep peak on top and that shape of the bicep. When you guys are contracting from the bottom up, bring your elbow forward as you're coming up. What that will do is that will take out the contraction of brachialis, focus your attention on the peak of the bicep, and then what you do is go get some hammer curls and superset that with brachialis curls, which requires you to keep your elbow by your side. Don't try and hit your brachialis twice, you're not going to get that peak on the bicep. Alright, so I've just been watching Eddy do his biceps, and I've realized that in that last set we just done, that Eddy has very, very, very strong brachialises when we get that pump happening. And I feel that for us to develop Eddy's arms even better than what they already are, because they're already the world's best, is to really focus on an isolated movement with the head of the peak of the bicep works primarily by itself, just to try and create that even more perfect balance that Eddy Heath has. So what we're going to do is we're going to do bicep curls sitting on a bench, bicep over his knee, full extension. Make sure you get a full extension, that's the most important part, as that really helps pre-initiate the contraction of the peak of the bicep. Squeeze the bicep up and almost twist your pinky that way, just to really work on that peak of the bicep. And when your left hand's working, your right hand is braking. When your right hand is working, left hand is braking. You guys don't need an extra break in between each set. Yep. Okay, so Eddy, move this leg out that way more. And bring this in more that way. Yep. Good. And then, yeah, and when you contract, I want you to bring it, contract up and lean backwards a little bit. And then lean forward, you get a stretch. This is using the leverage technique. So what Eddy's doing, he's using the movement of his body to lever the weight from the insertion up into the origin. Good. Lever forward. Now lean backwards. Good. It almost kind of works as like a spotter as well. Eddy's arms are quite fatigued. He's smashing with some drop sets and supersets today, so he's fatiguing. So it kind of helps with as like a spotter as well. Good, and as you can see, Eddy's starting to fatigue now, and he's kind of just shortening his range of motion. He's not trying to cheat the exercise. Stop there, Eddy. I'm going to do 3 more like that. So just shorten the range of motion when you guys start failing. Last one right now. Perfect, good job. And now when the right hand is finished working, left hand starts. Good. And we keep doing that. Whatever we've done on the right side, we've done on the left side. Now, unless you're Eddy, most people in this world have got imbalanced body parts. Now, fortunately for Eddy, he just has a perfect body. He doesn't get that. But what I want you guys to do is identify which bicep, which tricep, which shoulder, which pec, which quad, which hamstring, which whatever is the weaker side of the body. And what I want you to do is adjust your tempo, adjust your range of motion, adjust your set, adjust your reps, adjust everything by that weaker side. If your weaker bicep can do 15 reps of X amount of weight, and your right bicep and your stronger bicep can do 20 reps of that weight, then just do 15. Yeah, maybe your stronger bicep may shrink a little bit, but overall, you're gonna get that balance between your left and your right side. Your left side's gonna be pushing its limit, as it's the weaker side, you're gonna be getting at those extra force reps, and your right side's gonna be working a little bit under its limit, and maybe it may shrink a little bit, or not so much shrink, it might just probably not grow, which is kind of good, because when you guys jump on stage next, or when you walk in the beach next, you're gonna have that balance between your body, left side to right side. And when you're being judged on stage, if you guys ever aspire to become a bodybuilder, or if you are competing, me myself being a judge on the IFBB stage quite a few times here on the panel, what we do is we don't judge you based upon your strengths. We judge you based upon your weaknesses. We can see your body up on that stage and it's complete, it's balanced, we can cut it in half that way, and it's proportioned from top to bottom, from left to right. That's where you guys start winning your points. It's not about being the biggest guy in the gym, the strongest guy, and having the biggest biceps on stage. It's having the most complete, balanced, and proportioned package. So train that way and you will look that way. Last bicep exercise. Now we're doing a lying down bicep curl, almost like a lying down bicep skull crush, I suppose. Now how do you set this up is, if you look on this angle here, the cable needs to be on almost a diagonal line towards Eddy's forehead. So you got to sit backwards from the machine a little bit. And what we're going to do here, Eddy's doing here, is fully stretching his arm out. Always go to a full stretch and stop. You've got to go to a full stretch. That helps initiate the contraction of bicep. And when you contract, the same thing, try and squeeze the bicep into shoulder and squeeze just above your hairline, just there. Back up slow. This one you can do a few more reps. Try and do 20 reps of this one. 5 sets. We're warming up triceps now. We finished biceps off. And now we're going to do some triceps. Okay, so triceps, over the course of the last few months, Eddy and myself are working the long head of his tricep. As you can see by looking at this picture right here, the balance between his short head and his long head has actually come up quite dramatically. It's quite good, it's quite balanced. What Eddy's doing is he's going backwards to get it's almost like a dip to get a stretch to the lowest point of his tricep where it inserts at the bottom, and he's leaning forward and he's really emphasizing the squeeze onto his long head, holding the squeeze, coming backwards like a dip, getting a full deep stretch, bang, going again. This is one variation of about 10 variations we can do tricep push downs, depending on what part of the tricep you're trying to target. Alright, superset time. Short head working. As you can see, Eddy's opening these ropes from the top of the motion. He's not flicking his wrist at the bottom. He's actually opening from there. Most people just flick their wrists. And what he's doing is getting a deep stretch right to where his bicep inserts in here. Tricep inserts in here. And he's squeezing the pressure through that right there, through the closest point to the elbow. Right up to his shoulder. 2 more force reps, Eddy. Last one. Very good. A lot of the time I find that I get a bit of shoulder pain with that particular exercise. It just means your infraspinatus, which is a stabilizer muscle, is a little bit tight. So if you're getting shoulder pain doing any tricep movements, go see a therapist. My therapist, Felicity Allen. You can check her out on my Instagram page. Essentially what you need to do is get some needles, put them in your infraspinatus from the back, which is a stabilization muscle which stabilizes that movement, and just release that infra. A lot of the time, if you guys are also getting chest pain, shoulder pain for the back, when you're doing chest movements, it's because your infra is also tight. So releasing that will probably most likely fix most of you guys' shoulder problems.
Alright guys, so we just finished up doing our arm session. I finished off by doing just a couple of machine dips, because I always like to throw in at least one compound movement while I'm doing my arms. And we finished off with just like that superset between the bicep curl, laying down on the floor, and then some rope as well. So arms are pretty cooked, feeling really full. I'm gonna go home and get a meal into me because I didn't eat breakfast today. I just had that double scoop of glycoject. So I'm due for a meal. It's been about 3 hours since I had that anyway, so starting to get very, very hungry. And I'm back at home, had a fresh shower, got my Nike shorts on. Legs are feeling pretty good. They're finally healing up. I might actually do a double session and smash some hammies and glutes today. See how we feel. Still early in the day. But yeah, fuck. Arms are already getting sore. Got the ABW hat on. These are coming in the next shipment. I can't wait to get them. I got the burgundy, we got the tan, we got the olive, we got the camo, and we got the suede black. 5 colors. It's going to be epic. Anyway, matched my shoes with my t-shirt. Look at that. You don't get much better color comboing than that. So I'm gonna have a meal now. I got that sweet potato that I just cooked up before. Then I'm going to cook up some salmon, I reckon. So I'll have that on the side. Just leave that in there so that stays hot. Oh, do we have broccolini? If we do, that would be a godsend. No. Okay, finish. Alright, so I got my sweet potato chips, which are nice and crispy. The salmon's nearly done. I put the teriyaki sauce on there. This is the best sauce in the world. I just put it on like a minute before I'm about to finish cooking it. Just on the top layer, just to kind of let it infuse into the flavors.
Bring it back to in the place for about a month or two. Put a tan on, then see what it does.
What do you guys reckon? Should I grow my beard out or should I shave it? I've been growing it for like 4 or 5 days now and I'm thinking about letting it grow out a little bit, but I'm not too sure. What do you guys reckon? Comment below. Alright guys, so I just spent the last maybe hour and a bit working on my new YouTube banner because I've had the same YouTube banner since I started YouTube, which was about 4 or 5 years ago. So I've just been working on amending this thing because I don't actually have any of these sponsors anymore, like Strongly Free and Subs Are Us and that. So basically just wanted to clean it up, change the image. This is like an old ass image from when I competed, obviously like 3 years ago. So this is what I've come up with. I'm hoping that it's gonna fit once I upload it, but basically just something a little bit cleaner, black and white, nice and easy to understand, and just a quick image of me doing a quick model shoot at that Docklands. Boom! And there it is. I fucking love it. Looks good. Fits perfectly. You can see my little Instagram and Snapchat. If you're not following on the gram, make sure you follow me at Eddy Active, and on Snapchat, Eddy Ang, one word. That's it, man. This is a little bit of a weakness of mine, but whenever someone brings prosciutto around to the gym or my house or whatever, I can't give in. Even if I'm in the middle of a diet, it's just my one weakness. Only Italians would understand. Oh my god, Millie. That's good prosciutto. Oh! Millie _ prosciutto. Alright guys, I'm just packing up the gym. I just finished uploading my last video from yesterday, so I'm trying to get back on them. I want to do as many as I can within this next couple of weeks before I get too busy with work, and I'm going to head home. I just had a bowl of tuna and rice, so I'm not really too hungry. I'm not too hungry, but I'll see what's for dinner. I think CB said she's going to cook up some kanga bangers, so I might just have a little bit of that before bed, considering I did train extra hard with Big Nate Dog today. Millie, what? You don't want to leave work? Come on, man. The gym's closed. We're going to go home and eat. You don't want to go? Come on. The alarm's already on. Let's go. Come. Oh! What's cooking? Psh. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
I was just about to IFBB handshake you, but now I'm not going to.
Ready?
Okay. Alright boys and girls, that is the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys got a little bit out of the training session with me and Nath. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button so that you can get notified about all the new videos that get posted. Print screen the workout that is at the end of the video or in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out guys.